everyone, welcome to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce, and today I have a horror action icon here with us in the indie movies. You've seen him in a lot of things, but he's going to be out in a new indie horror movie soon called The Boatyard. I have Mr. Mike Ferguson. Mike, how's it going, my friend?
Hey, what's up, guy? How you doing?
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you, man. Good, man. Good. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thanks for having me, man. I like to talk, so we're fucking a great match.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your role in The Boatyard.
Look, man, I'm not going to give too much away. I'm going to let down all the other people, but my character is, I'm not going to give too much away. My character believes in family, doesn't have to be blood. You find people that are in your own tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's really my arc in this movie for my character, I believe. And I'm just really nasty cannibal necrophiliac. That piece. I read the script when I first got it, and then I went to table read, and it like one up some shit. And I'm sitting across from the chick from The Hills Have Eyes, the lead from the she's my mom.
Interviewed her last week.
Yeah. I was like, I wanted to look.
Susan.
I'm always trying to press the envelope, and I'm like, hey, we make out, and she's like, no. And I was like, okay, I just want to make sure that doesn't fit in this world that we're creating. You know what I'm saying? Because we got necrophilia, the whole thing, the Freudian mom-son thing, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But she's really good. Like, it was really good to work with her, and just she's an icon. She's
absolutely.
She's one of those people that you're just like, damn, I know her. You know what I'm saying? I got to work with her, and it was a really good experience.
And everybody who I've interviewed, RG and Susan, and now you, everybody has seemed, they seem excited about this movie. They seem thrilled and passionate about this movie.
Look, here's the thing with this. This isn't something you haven't seen before, but this is just told a little different. And when I say that, you got your sex and violence and all that other stuff, but this is there's moral decisions. There's all kinds of things going on here, and it's got things that are relevant to today's society and a sexy thrasher, slasher thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's really got this thing is going to have legs, and I got to build a character that was really like I stayed in my own zone. Like I don't know if you talked to any of the other actors, but I just sat by myself. I didn't really until it was showtime, and I came alive.
Wow. Is it playing a villain? Because everybody keeps telling me that you're a nice guy.
It's in a role like this, sure. It's a little tougher because here's the thing: is I'm kind of Meisner-esque. Is that I use emotional attachments. Most of the movies I've done, from Static Codes to Shadow Marsh, I used with my family interactions. I put those emotions into it. So here's a 6'2" guy crying.
Yeah,
but real. So, even with the bad guy shit, I do that. I'm pretty good about getting rid of it, but I shot for 9 days on the Boatyard. So that's a lot. And I was traveling back and forth between Manhattan Beach and here with, if LA traffic, that's a nightmare.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but they were really great. We all knew we were making something a little different. Especially when I saw the table read, who they picked, for everybody, and that was my first meeting all the actors, and the young people. God damn it, they just went all in on this one. Like they did stuff I wanted to do. I'm 51 years old, got back and bad knees for them. But I mean, yeah, it was a really cool opportunity. It's not like I said, we're not retelling horror. We're telling a story from this perspective, but with a little bit of twist to it that are a little more modern, a little more up to date with shit. Mm-hmm. So, and I hope people can appreciate. Like, look, I saw a really good opportunity here to create some type of family thing. Like, I'll say it, Devil's Rejects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like God bless Sid Haig, fucking, but he was amazing. And that's, I think I'm at that age and I'm at that weird thing is that, yeah, I'm not saying I could be even hold a candle to Sid Haig's talent nor his history inside the thing, but he's a real inspiration. And I hope that I can be that to other people getting into this industry and looking a little different or I'm saying, because here I am, like I said, 51 years old, and I'm blessed no matter what work. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be YouTube or whatever else that I'm working on at the time, or transportation for music. Like I stay in this industry. I don't want to be not on set.
And what keeps you motivated? I mean, you've been in this industry for quite a bit, have been in numerous films. What keeps you motivated?
Look, man, I'll be honest with you. Is that 4 years ago I separated from the person I was with, and I've had a weird hero's journey. Behind me, there's a Conan poster. There's a Mad Max Road Warrior 2 poster up, and that was literally my storyline. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally my storyline. So I knew, like, look, this was a whole new single life. I didn't want to go out and smash a million chicks, but I focused the same way that raising my youngest is 21.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing good. You know what I'm saying? And here I am fucking with all this time. I'm like, fuck am I going to do with myself? I've been a tattoo artist for X amount of time. I still am, but and I just apply the same discipline to kids, to businesses, to relationships, to this business with as much energy and love that I did with all of those things. And it's made me have new relationships. You know what I'm saying? I've been dating somebody that's really cool, good for me, and stuff like that. But it's been really part of my emotional growth is just understanding filmmaking, getting to work with my idols. I just did a horror movie with Casper Van Dien and Louis Mandylor. And
I saw that. I saw yeah.
I had 2 movies come out in July. One was an action movie with Chris Cyborg and Tito Ortiz. And my buddy Mike Markoff that just got a 6-minute standing ovation for the Linkletter film in Venice. They did a 6-minute ovation for the film that he's in, my buddy. So, yeah, and I've done a ton of movies with them. So, look, man, life is good. If however much energy you put into something, you'll reap the rewards.
You did.
And just the positivity. And like when I got there, like when we went to table read, I showed up with eyeliner on, wearing what I believed was the thing. The person I'm seeing is like, you should wear this. And I'm like, fuck, that's stupid. That's not what I have in my mind. And then I fucking listened. And I was like, it was a great idea. It's a great pick for the naval camouflage and the fucking boatyard.
Yeah.
And I want all black. I'm all coffee. You know what I'm saying? I'm if Robert Smith gave a shit about lifting weights. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, it was a fun experience creating that character. And I want to say something Dale Stelly really gave me. RG gave me a lot of create and really breathe life into this character. And I would come in and I'd talk to everybody a little bit, whatever, and be nice. And then I have to go sit in my room because then I'm exploding. And it was big grand bursts in this one. Ones that I would remember when I was
RG, I interviewed him and I asked him about you. And I said, what is it like working with Mike Ferguson? He's an intimidating looking guy. He said, oh, he's a teddy bear, nice guy. He goes, but he's loud as all hell. Like,
yeah. I don't I like to come into the room and suck the air out of it. And those are the people that impressed me when I was a kid. And hold on 1 second. I apologize. I'm a busy person. Hold on, I got to take a picture. Uh-oh. All right, there you go. Sorry. So please repeat the question again. I've got a million people emailing me, texting me right
now. So what was it like working with RG?
He was great. He let me put a lot of input into things. He had a vision of what he wanted because he's the right executive producer. Like he's got a lot on the line on this. And when I first saw the script, it was a typical slash, and then I saw the new updated version. It was there, but even more. And I like I said, it was all an experience. It was shooting in weird weather, boats, and all kinds of shit. And we all got to know each other and got, you know what I'm saying, to really connect on this. This is, night shooting's a tough thing and long shoots were a tough thing. He was very positive. He kept the team going. And it was really great and was able to share his vision with me. Yeah, and I hope that I honored that with as much work while we were doing on set.
And I was telling him, because I do follow you. I think we're friends on Facebook. Yeah, we're friends on Facebook. And I saw you in Los Angeles, I believe, and you were standing outside of the big ass billboard.
Yeah.
The boat you're promoting it. And everybody from the cast, it seems like they're out there promoting this movie. Like,
yeah,
like crazy.
Yeah, look, I mean, here we made something, like I said, it's not something you haven't seen before, but it's told a little bit differently. And I think it's a little more modern. And I think that it could be related to. And yeah, they putting their money where their mouth is, straight up at 2 billboards in Hollywood, 2 different locations. They're doing bus benches, they're doing more shit. And so they know how to do a promotional campaign for seriously a grindhouse horror, but with everybody putting 1,000% of themselves into it. And like I saw shit and I was just like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I did really cool shit in here and I have some really cool moments. And like I said, it was just Dale, RG, fucking everybody just made this a great memorable experiences, And when I was doing it, I was miserable. I'll be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking before or whatever. Because to be a dick or just to be that hyperactual bad is tough sometimes.
Probably draining.
1,000%. It's emotionally, physically draining. It's demanding. Like, dude, I'm training. I've got a movie the end of the month. I've got something coming soon. And I'm training. I'm on a treadmill every day for 30 to 45 minutes doing sprints, doing fucking HIIT training. You know what I'm saying? I'm lifting weights. I do stunts. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 1,000% invested in this, and I make sure that I show up to set right. I just had somebody like a stunt person laughed at him. It's like I'm on the treadmill now. What's wrong with you? It's got to be real for me. Like I said, I've got a little bit of Meisner, but in me, but not too much that it wrecks my life. I'm not a raw, emotional, ripped off scab all the time, or at least I don't think I am. But yeah, it's a really fun ride, and the boatyard was, like I said, dope. It was a really good experience.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. And let's switch over to, you're wearing a shirt, Amityville Uprising. It's streaming right now on Peacock.
It is, yes. Listen, let me tell you about this. Look, I already knew what you're going to do. Sorry to step over you. This is a movie directed and written by Thomas Churchill. It was DP'd by Mitch David Parks. We shot this in 2021. It's a zombie movie. I mean, it's Assault Precinct 13 with zombies. And that's really what it is. It's an 80s vibe to it. And I was stoked as fuck to be a part of it. And like I said, it's lived over and over and over again. It was amazing to see it in Redbox. It was amazing to see it on airplanes. It was amazing to, you know what I'm saying? This movie that against all odds during COVID, we filmed. And yeah, now it's living again on Peacock. And he's got an Amityville series, so it's Amityville Harvest, Uprising, and I'm going to screw this up. Everybody's going to be so mad at me. But he's got 3 Amityvilles. It's a trilogy series. So, yeah, you can check that out on Peacock now. I think it's on Tubi still. I could be wrong.
I actually checked it out a couple nights ago on Peacock. It was a fun ride.
Good. They got my face on there. Did you see that shit?
Yeah. Yes, with the shotgun.
Yeah, it's sick as fuck. Like that's the little boy in me that has. Look, I've got Conan the Barbarian, Mad Max posters like a little kid. Yeah, posters my movies, but that's a little kid in me, man. That I'm fulfilling those dreams and wishes, because movies are my whole life. Look, I got Planet of the Apes.
Nice.
Fade. I've got Doctor Who, Star Trek. Old shit, and I've got it's all movies. All my shit's movies, and
as you can see, I'm doing a throwback to Bloodsport Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I made a brief, like, tiny appearance in a Van Damme movie last year. Just a very, his new Van Damme movie is a noir shot with James Brezak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I do a little brief thing in that last year, which I was thankful for, just to be anything close to Van Damme because he is truly a legend. I've been able to hang out with him a couple times.
If you watch my channel, you know I'm a huge Jean-Claude Van Damme fan. I'm a Jean-Claude.
Yeah. Well, dude, like, he's a real legend. I mean, that motherfucker has been there, done that. His JCVD, like, his stuff is really reflective. He's had a fucking great career.
Excellent career. Cut too short, but in Hollywood, but
yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, I understand you're also working on another project with another legendary action star, Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, yeah. That was so last year I filmed a movie called Showdown at the Grand. It's going to be releasing, I believe, on November 3rd. I could be wrong because I'm wrong about a lot of things. As I heard that there might be a trailer this month, it may or may not be. The poster's fucking sick, is all I can say. Yeah, it's a modern Western. It's based around film collectors' world. I'm not going to give away too much because this is really Dolph Lundgren and Terrence Howard's movie. But I have a beautiful arc through it. It's an action comedy, but it's straight up. This is something nobody's ever seen before. It's shot beautifully. I was on the call sheet with just me and Terrence Howard. You know, I've done 2 movies with Taryn Manning and Terrence now. Now I'm trying to get DJ. And I had this audition and I didn't get it. And I even said that. I was like, yo, I did this. But yeah, dude, it's one of the finest movies I've made. And it's really, the character development on it was great. And I want to thank that director, Orson Ovowitz. Him and his father are both great directors. In Orson, I've had been able to work with him before on 5 Rules of Success, which I still base on my everyday life. And 5 Rules of Success you can see on Tubi right now or Plex. It won film awards and stuff. It's a really grimy, dirty crime. It's a neon noir.
I'm writing that down right now because I'm gonna check that bad boy out.
5 Rules of Success. I live by that shit every day. Thank you, Orson.
So, by the way, let's do a quick shout out to Mike Joy. Mike Joy is the greatest marketing guy around.
I want to say, Mike Joy, you're amazing. I love you, and you're my best bud. And you helped my career so much.
Yes, I know we share that bond, and so
yeah. No, I've got that action. I've got a couple action films. I've got a movie with Bonnie Aarons and playing my mother, and Andrew Dibikoff playing my father from The Wishmaster. And Robert Lusardo's my brother. And Jonathan Lipnicki's in it. He's I don't know if they've announced it, but yeah, it's a slasher movie, high kill count. That's coming out, I think, beginning of the year, sometime around there. They got a really good deal from what I understand. Tom Walton, he directed it, did a good job. We've got another movie I did with him with some really talented people, and an action movie, kind of like Game of Death, straight up, dude. Like straight up Game of Death, and I've got a great fight.
Love that 80s. I love that 80s action.
And dude, and that's why if you look at the Flood is very kind of like this 80s vibe. It's so is Amityville Uprising, so is all this. And look, if you get a chance, there's a series I did called Death Squad. It was picked up licensed by CW for a year, and I was blessed to have that happen. But it's super 80s bubblegum soap opera with zombies. Yeah, like 13 1-hour episodes. I got to work with Mike Markoff. That's where I met him. We filmed in Armenia for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Just shooting mines, military bases, flying real fucking Russian helicopters. It was crazy, bro.
Oh, that sounds Was. So how did you get, because you were a tattoo artist, how did you get go from tattoo artist to acting?
So the person I was with at the time, she had gotten into wrestling, and I had started acting, and then I decided to take a year off of the tattoo industry. Well, not I decided to grow weed commercially, legally.
Okay.
So in 2017, I went and grew weed. It's funny, I did the last deal, which is weed crime, based around 2017 legalization. I sold a couple businesses, moved up north, 7-acre property. I was the master grower and security. Small family fucking run thing. Lost my ass and shit a year away of my life. Farming is hard. Marijuana is a beautiful plant and I love it.
It
But
is.
farming is hard as shit. And especially when you're the first in an area where they don't want growers legally, it's
Mhm.
stressful. So when I got back, the person I was with, they were really getting into their career at the time, which is a wrestling career, and they were getting more into that. So I was like, fuck, what do I do with myself? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, look, acting's always been my things. I used to spend $10,000 at fucking horror movie conventions, go to the prop auctions. I had shit. Like I don't shit anymore unless it's wardrobe for my movies.
Hmm.
Like I used to collect props. I had a 3-car garage, fucking two of those filled with fucking props, coffins, fucking whatever. Like anything an ass. If you're an asshole and into weird shit, I bought it.
I'm a
You
collector.
know, yeah, but look. Instead of me doing that, why don't I make these things, these memories? Here's an opportunity. You know, I looked at this as an opportunity. Here I am, by myself for the first time in decades. And going into 2020, I had some really good opportunities coming up, and COVID hit. Like I had my own pilot. I shot 3 episodes of it, got picked up in COVID, then shut down again. Like it's life's about that. But COVID was amazing. I shot this in COVID. I shot The Last Deal, which is a fucking indie fucking action movie that's fucking kicking ass. Top 5 movies to stream on New York Times. Fucking 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm in that fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? That's my highest Rotten Tomato movie, and it was a really good time for me just to dive into all of acting 1,000%. Again, like I've said, do my push-ups, eat the food I need to eat. Blinders, man, blinders, and that's what I do. I don't go out, and if I do, like the other night, I went to the Rainbow Room, and I drank 10 lemons, and I saw a ton of people I knew, and I ended up shirtless near the boatyard sign. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then that has to happen, but other than that, I'm sitting working or I'm reading scripts or printing out my day of days and trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing next.
Now, in your movies, majority of your movies, you're a badass.
Yeah.
Are you a badass in real life?
No, man, I'm a big damn teddy bear. Come on.
Now,
Let
I
me
mean,
tell you,
have you done any martial arts training, any boxing, any of?
I trained 5 years Krav Maga. I have 3 daughters, and I had a significant other, and they're all women, and they all need to be able to defend themselves. And we did 2 years at Dan Henderson's Team Quest. Then we did 5 years at West Coast Krav Maga. Discipline, all that was important. All being able to defend oneself is important
Mm-hmm.
in life, and that's how I got into this business, was doing stunts. I showed up to do fights in Timothy Woodward's movie, and they're like, "Hey, how do you feel about rape?" The first lines out of my mouth is when I'm raping the lead in an anti-death penalty movie with Bruce Dern and Denise Richards.
Nice.
And very so. I took it very seriously after that. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy who was a Meisner actor and fucking he was good. He fought me for an hour. He does Disney stuff now. You know what I'm saying? He did Cop Shop, he was in Den of Thieves. And we talked beforehand, and I knew nothing about acting. I knew how to be tough. But I didn't know nuances and how to build from things. I knew how to fucking,
Yes.
apply. Which, by the way, if you want to know what I'm really like, there's a movie called Static Codes. And what I'm really like is I'm into friendship, love, and honor. And those are things I don't think a lot of people have these days. And that this movie perfectly embodies that. It's a sci-fi drama, sci-fi in the subtext. It's a character study of a man doing whatever it takes to try to get back with his wife that he thinks was abducted by aliens. And I play his best friend who's born again, a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
I end up being a Men in Black. And with Jaime Gonzalez, Zhao Young Summers, who's a great comedian, Chinese comedian who's blowing up right now. Taryn Manning's in it. Augie Duke from the Mayans is in it. And me and Shane Woodson. And that's the most like me, that movie that you're going to get. I cry in it. I cry in it. Shed a tear like, yeah. and that's the most realistic you're going to get me. If you watch Shadow Marsh was me dealing with me feeling loss of family, being, empty nest syndrome. Fucking, what do I do now? You know what I'm saying? So I applied all of that to that relationship I had with that girl that I was a lead with in that movie. And Lou Temple's in that movie. So is Felissa Rose. So is Dave Sheridan. And it's just a really, it's a guy just trying to do the right thing and nothing's working. You know what I'm saying? That's my character. And that's how I was feeling at the time. So it was perfect that somehow every movie coincides with where I'm going in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And then to be able to be a diverse actor too and have different roles, going from being a killer to a father who is going through a zombie apocalypse to a recovering Jehovah's Witness, it gives you layers.
Yes. Here's the thing: is I'm not limited to what I look like. I do. I've worked with a bunch of influencers. Topper Guild, who has 24 million on YouTube. I work with him on a regular basis. I'm Mike Ferguson, professional bounty hunter, and little kids watch me by the millions. Then I was on another channel, same thing, 40, 50, 60 million total views on my art. Yeah, a 2 hour and 20-minute video of just my art, getting married, teaching Ryan how to be honorable, have heart, and be smart. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching kids that. I went on vacation last year, and all these kids on cruises recognized me. And I was just like, holy shit, it's happening at fucking all different fucking levels, like 360 degrees, I believe. And I'm not saying I made it, because I sure as fuck haven't, because I'm still doing a ton of indie. You know what I'm saying? Because there's but I'm saying that I don't have to look for work as much anymore.
Yes.
You know, and it's, again, by those principles is love, honor, respect. You know what I'm saying? And patience. All these things add up. And I think every set and everything teaches me something different. Human emotion, people's interactions, stress levels. I've been on sets before where there's a blow up and I just grab the person, give them a hug, tell them it's going to be okay.
I'm gonna say, are people in Hollywood? So I've been doing this for a short period of time. I've been interviewing people in Hollywood. Indie. The stigma, the stereotype is that everybody in Hollywood are assholes. But I haven't gotten that sense. And as you being in the industry full time, more nice people than assholes.
Look, the nice people are the ones that go far. Here's the deal: is that nobody wants to deal with drama. Your drama, hearing about your money drama, hearing about your girlfriend drama. Nobody likes to hear that. Everyone's coming to have a professional time. Come in, say hello to everybody, do your work the best of your capability, do extra. Look, when I was doing the Terrence Howard movie, there's a video of me pushing the car back to reset. This is a Cadillac Escalade. Wow. I'm the actor, and I'm helping with the crew do it because I'm the strongest guy there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pretentious. I was moving COVID tables around. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my opportunity. I went down and hung out with the background people, got to know them. You know what I'm saying? And here we all sitting around PCR tests, and you know what I'm saying, we're shooting COVID. And I went and hung out. I wanted to experience every bit of this, which I keep jumping back and forth, but this showdown at Grand. I really believe this is the movie. This is uh this is a really great character and a great arc. And November 3rd, we're gonna get a chance to see that. I do you know the dates on the Boatyard when they're talking about releasing?
Thanks, October. I think next. No, no, no. I don't know. I don't know.
I talked to RG and he's like soon. I'm like, okay.
I think he said October. I could be wrong, but
okay, cool. That's great. I got a couple things in October, so sick.
But don't hold me to that. But I recall, so I was asking him, what is he going to do? Yes, no, they're going to do a premiere at the movie theater. He invited me to Los Angeles in October.
See, nobody told me that.
So the premiere is going to be in October.
Yeah. Sick, thank you. I appreciate you. See, look, I don't know shit. I'm just an actor. No, that's cool. That's good. That gives me something to do.
Yes.
That gives me something to do in October. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So cool. Yeah, I thought, you know what I'm saying? Look, every year, look, I'll be honest with you. For years, it was tough for me because my kids, we decorate. It's one of my daughter's birthdays right before Halloween. So for all these fucking days, she lives in Colorado now. Every year before her fucking thing, we'd put out this big fucking display in the front yard. And I was a lazy ass, and I would help out and fuck it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, but yeah, so that stuff like that, like the holidays, I was always like a little weird. So I tried to find something like, for the past couple of years, I've been doing this live action improv at this rich people's party. And yeah, last year I was a pirate. Dude, it paid me ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
They haven't hit me back yet. They haven't hit me up, so I might be fucked. but last year was a big bag. Thank you. And they had an open bar, and it was just really great, immersive atmosphere. We did some stunt fights. We were in full makeup and costume, and it was a theme party with a storyline. And it was really cool to do. And I come back this year. But yeah, man, I started getting back in the spirit doing that. And then there's in October there is Halloween Hotness, which is a benefit for St. Jude's Hospital.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so every year I attend to that. I give them my time, and I was thinking about, I don't know, donating a drink with me or something, but I would be worried nobody would buy it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, have a whiskey and Coke with Mike Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? Because I see people do Zooms and stuff. It's kind of whack, but it's a woman. So you know what I'm saying? Like, have a whiskey and Coke with Mike Ferguson. Yes. But no, that's coming up in October too, which is a really, really great event you should go to. And I believe it's a free event. I don't know if it's what but I show up there. It's a great. They auction off a bunch of stuff for St. Jude's Hospital. This year their goal is $30,000. They're like $3 or $4 grand, but as we get closer, they'll get more money. Just how every year I attend. But yeah, like I said, it's a really great thing. It happens here in Hollywood every year. Oh, and it's one of those things where you can actually see stars. Doug Jones shows up there. Keith David's going to be there this year.
Nice.
Bonnie Aaron shows up. Yeah. It's and you get to walk the whole wax museum. The Jack and Cokes are fucking expensive. I'll be honest with you. You're looking at about $25 for a double Jack and Coke. So you guys see me there. The secret to my heart is a double Jack and Coke. Oh, hold on one second. Oh, okay. Okay, I just got a nude photo. It was great. So yeah.
I'm joking.
So no, man, like I said, it was yeah, look, I'm all over the place. Help me out here.
All right. So all right. Sorry. This is a horror channel. So I'm gonna ask you 3 random horror questions.
Oh shit, okay.
So it's just some fun. What is one horror movie that's freaked you out when you were younger and still freaks you out today?
I believe it's Exorcist. I believe it's the original Exorcist, Linda Blair, because it was just so that somebody you know could, or you could be completely enveloped. I've got an anti-demon possession tattoo. Doesn't mean shit, but it's from the TV show Supernatural. But to me, it means something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, The Exorcist, the original Linda Blair. I saw some of the new stuff. I'm not into milking fucking.
I'm not. I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I've seen the trailer. I'm like,
I'm not super into it. But yeah, The Exorcist is really, yeah, still bothering. And Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead, the original. Just because it's weird and yeah, with just the opening and I'm coming to get you, Barbara. And just the this fucking guy barricade himself. Yeah, just how bad people can be. You know what I'm saying?
The Exorcist seems to be the one everybody says. Like,
yeah.
And I agree that The Exorcist is the first time you see that movie, especially. I don't know if it has an effect for the younger crowd now, but having an effect, I mean, it definitely fucks you up.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
Like, you feel like it can happen because it's based off a true story. I don't know how true, but you can you yourself that can happen to anyone.
Yeah, I know, and that's the real fear. I mean, that's the thing is real fear is that could happen, and I mean that's why that's something you can't control. You can't control another person. You can't do anything like that. So I think that's the most terrifying thing for me or movie.
All right, second one. What is the worst horror movie you've watched in the last 10 years? Like you were like, wow, this is a big piece of shit.
Amityville Karen. I was in it.
By the way, I saw. I was going to ask you about that. I saw that on your IMDb. I was like, Amityville Karen, what the fuck is that?
It was James Duvall. It was, you know what I'm saying? I was doing it. It was Sean C. Phillips. Look, I like Sean C. Phillips a lot. He's a guy who's got an internet following. He's done a million Z-level horror movies. And we passed each other through different movies before. I think I've worked with him. His first directing thing, I worked with him on Sheer Bloody Murder, which is coming to Lionsgate and has Scout Taylor Thompson in it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and I've got a really different character in this. So it's funny. It's a slasher, funny slasher. It's a really funny bit. So, but he asked me to do this other movie, and I show up there, and he's got a fucking hand cam, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's just go. I do some really funny shit in there. When I realized there were no guardrails, I was like, all right, fuck it. And I'm a wine bar fucking singer. A winery singer who thinks he's whatever. There was just nothing there, so I just went for it. And it's funny. Me and James Duvall watched it, I think Christmas, I don't know, sometime this year. And we were like, holy fuck, this is the worst movie we have ever fucking done. But it's comical to a point. Like, it's a movie that somebody someday is going to sit around a fucking in inner tubes in a lake around a fucking screen, and they're gonna play that fucking movie. It's that fucking bad.
Oh, so I'm gonna watch it now. By the way, my favorite Mike Ferguson movie, and I can't even think of the name of the movie right now, but I actually did a review of this movie on my channel, on my TV Tuesday a couple months back, and it's you, Tony Todd, Candyman. Who else is in it?
Devereaux.
What was it?
Devereaux with Vincent Ward.
No. It was called. Hold on. Let me look at my phone. Shoot. I'm telling you, the older I get, man, my memory is just like gone. It was called. I get this movie a positive review. It was. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hellblazers.
Hellblazers, yes.
That's a funny story on the movie. You want to hear about that?
Yes.
So it's 2019. I'm separated from my significant other. I'm buying Christmas though, so I'm working crew. And this is a cool movie. My friend's first AD. My other friends blah blah blah. Working crew because it pays more fucking money. And this is last fucking day, bro. And Justin knows that I'm a stuntman, and somebody tells him He's like, look, my creature's not as dope as it should be, so I think like there should be a fucking second boss before the end boss. And I'm like, and I'm like, and he's like, could you coordinate something with the lead? I was like, sure. I was like, sure, but you know what I'm saying? So I'm there at 11 o'clock in the afternoon. This is about 11 o'clock at night when we finally do this. But I go have dinner, talk to the guy. We coordinate a baseball bat sledgehammer fight. And I couldn't show my face, but he was the only person, I'm one of the only cult members that has a voice. And I'm like, I want a named fucking character. I want this, because I was doing stunt without a pad. Like, I'm giving it all. Like, look, I saw Adrian Barbeau on set, so hot. Billy Zane's on that movie.
Yes,
like, it was a
everybody's in that fucking movie.
Yeah, so then when his director's like, Mike, I heard you're a stuntman. I was like, yes, but this, and this. So I did that stunt. I did that fight. We coordinated it. We had some similar people in common, different movies we'd done together. And it came out great. And then I was done with the stunt. I had to strike the whole fucking set. I didn't get home till 7 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
I struck all that fucking set, put it in a cube truck and moved it, because I give a shit about this business. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad do you want something? My life was in shambles at the time, or felt like it was in shambles. But this is what my solstice was movies with Adrian Barbeau, Swamp Thing, fucking all this shit. Billy Zane, Demon, fucking bro. Fucking Tony Todd, Candyman. These are my fucking heroes. And I'm standing right next to them. Yeah, and look, I used to collect and buy their shit. Now I'm doing movies with them. You know what I'm saying? And
amazing.
Yeah, and
I love that movie. I mean, yes, it is. Indie is a little cheesy, but it's a B movie.
It's B movie 80s shit. It's straight up. I love that director. I got to work with him again recently, Justin Lee, in a movie with Casper Van Dien and some religious cult shit. That's all I can say. Except I did some dope as fuck stunts in this shit. So, and acted and some stunts. But I'm not in there a long time, but you're going to remember what I did. So,
Casper Van Diemen's Starship Trooper, one of my people shit on that movie. I love that movie.
Dude, that's the best movie ever. I'm an official Rico's Roughneck, bro. Like I got to know him
Starship
really
Troopers, Funko Pops, and everything, man. I love Starship Troopers.
Yeah, no, dude, no. Yes, here's the thing: it's such an iconic thing, in the whole, join now, become a citizen. Jesus, we're there, aren't we? You know what I'm saying? And it was such a Wes Anderson. Was that not Wes Anderson? Who was that did direct it? Paul Anderson. Yeah.
Paul, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's a fantastic setup. He built a world. It looks beautiful. I even watched the fucking the 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. But yeah, Casper Van Dien, he was fucking Tarzan. He was in fucking what was that fucking Sleepy Hollow. He was in fucking Sleepy Hollow. Like, this guy is cinema history. And I was lucky enough to ride on the transportation bus right next to him almost every day in Thailand, shooting The Flood. And then I got to come back, and 6 months later, I'm in another scene with him. Killing him. No, I didn't kill him. Somebody else killed him.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? That's how this life is. It's just beautiful, and you get to see all these people that you're creating with. And he has a love for cinema. He really does. Anybody that's done as long as him does, or they don't, and you can see either or. But he's one of those magical actors, along with Louis Mandylor. Let me tell you something. Louis Mandylor is one of the finest, most riveting actors, and he moves like he's fucking 20 years old, fighting everything else. He's just a solid actor all the way around. And watching them, yeah, I've done 2 movies with Louis too. He's killed me once. And I did have a monologue about my penis right beforehand, so it fucking makes it perfect. It's not exactly a monologue, it's a couple lines, but fuck it. It's my story. And go ahead.
I would say that. So, Hellblazers. I mean, did you have like a moment? I mean, seeing all these horror icons and working on them, did you have a moment like, whoa, this is
Yeah, look,
fucking
I was doing art, I was doing prop on that movie, I was doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Like on that, I knew exactly what the fuck was up. I wanted to be in it so bad. By the time I had a goal, I needed XYZ amount of dollars to do this last fucking Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so I fucking was, but then somebody was like, hey, Mike will fucking do this. And of course I would because I love cinnamon. It's a point where I get a character name and I get to work with the lead on a fucking baseball bat, fucking a sledgehammer scene. And there's no pads. And fucking I took that little flip digger and I'm just tough. You know, it sounds just the stuff that they tough. I'm just tough. So, but no, and that's why it was an honor. And then I struck that, said, I need to complain. That was the best night of my life. Back hurt,
I
you know,
bet.
yeah, back hurt, but dude, I got a spot, and when Nerdly reviewed it, they put me in the main cast. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm fucking doing it. I'm fucking doing it. Like all these. Look, I was a fan of horror since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like Evil Dead's tattooed on my hand, Dead by Dawn. Uh, I've got Boris Karloff on my ribs.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, yeah. I've got Night of the Living Dead here, and then Charles Manson, because why not?
Mhm.
And yeah, but yeah, man, movies have been my whole life, and and I'm so honored, and I just feel blessed to be able to work with people that are just as passionate about it as me. Like, look, RG's hasn't been doing this a terribly long time, but he's passionate as shit. He's hungry,
Yes.
and that's why I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm ready to ride. You know what I'm saying? And Dale the same way, and everybody. I understood what was happening, what we were doing, and I think we got something that's really gonna. It's Grindhouse. Look, it's Grindhouse. We're not remaking the wheel here. I'm not
Now,
doing a sensitive comedy. I'm doing some fucking shit.
now here's the third question I want to ask you. RG revealed to me that there will be the Boatyard 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 auto one.
Yeah,
Are you signed up for part two?
goddamn right I am.
All right.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. That was the stipulation on this. Is like when I came to this, I wasn't going to be making a part two. And when they saw what I was bringing to this, it kind of changed the parameters. I showed up with makeup on and fucking weird shit with an apron and fucking. I got these black fucking
I
nitrile
wish I could see
gloves.
that picture.
Huh?
So I wish I could see that picture.
Oh, some are online. There's, you know what I'm saying? They're there, but it was like staying in it. And I'm lucky to have, there's somebody that I don't get to share any scenes with, but I'm doing something soon. I don't know when, because everything's a little screwed right now. But I'm doing some scenes with one of the actors from the Boatyard too in another movie. I didn't get to work with him in the Boatyard, uh, but in this other movie I get to, you know what I'm saying? I get to do some really cool stuff. So, but I can't announce everything. And we're in a weird time, so everybody's waiting to see what happens with what's going on.
Awesome. One last question. This is a
Sure.
random question. If you could have a sex scene with any iconic horror actress, who would it be?
Man, wow. Ah, Alyssa Rose,
That's a good one.
but from Sleepaway Camp. She's hot, bro. Like she's super hot. I know her. She's a great actress. She has that energy, bro. This is that really. That's why she's so famous. When you go to cons, her
Mm.
lines are, and she's just a warm, fuzzy personality. And I really didn't have to think about it that long.
You didn't.
Uh, no. I mean, I like her. She's real high. Look. And gosh darn it, Nikki Whalen, because god damn it, she's the hot chick and everything. Because why just one? You know what I'm saying? I could die tomorrow. But hey, but she kicked my ass in a movie, so that's the best I get. So, but yeah, we're talking about fantasy football, potato. Yeah. You know, so,
My move too.
yeah.
So, Mike, how can everybody find you, my friend?
Okay, you can find me at Mike Ferguson 71 on Instagram. You can find me at Mike.Ferguson, I think, on TikTok. You can find me at Mike Ferguson 666 on Facebook. And this is a long one. Mike Ferguson, professional hero for hire on YouTube.
Guys, check out Mike. Check out Amityville Uprising, streaming on Peacock right now, as well as look out for the Boatyards coming out maybe in October.
Yeah, look, and I got a movie, Camp Pleasant Lake, like I said, by Tom Holland, coming out very soon. And Jared Safier, I did a movie with him too, which is horror related. I don't know how much I can talk about that, but that's coming out soon. I don't have exact dates on that either. But that's very soon.
And also check out the movie he hated the most, I mean, the last 10 years. What is it called? Amityville Karens. Check that out.
Amityville Karen, it's available. It's available everywhere for free to be. Look, it's funny. Watch it with an open mind. It's funny as shit.
All right, Mike. It's been an absolute pleasure, man. I appreciate you coming on, my friend.
I appreciate you having me on, dude. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. Well, everyone, thank you for coming to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce. Y'all take care.